Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. How are we all doing today? I'm doing pretty well, as I find myself doing most days when I stream Disco Elysium, because Disco Elysium is good. It's it's a game I find myself enjoying more the more I play it. It is an incredibly deep, incredibly rich story. I like the characters. Any time I get to spend with Kim is good time because I mean it's Kim. It's Kim. Kim's great. Um, that's so great, Summer. I'm super glad to hear that. Um, yeah, I'm actually lucky. So I mentioned it in Discord, but I recently moved from Toronto to Ottawa, and part of the reason I moved was to be closer to family. And God, it's so good to see my family again. Um, Last time I saw them before my move was April of 2020. So I literally went a year without any kind of proper social interaction. And as someone who is an introvert, it's like I thought I would be fine with it, and I'm not. I'm like I need a certain amount of familial interaction. But yeah, Toronto to Ottawa, 4.5 hours by train, so it's a pretty big one. And like I appreciate that, Summer, but the thing is, I need in-person interaction. It turns out I love online interactions; they're so important to me. But for my family, I want to, I want to touch them. I want to hug them. Um, yeah. Hi, Red Mage. I fully understand. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, I just like at the beginning of the pandemic, I didn't really think I would need as much interaction as it turns out I do. I don't need a ton, but like at least once a week, I need to have a physical interaction with a human being. And to go months without that just fucked up my brain. And so yeah, especially my family, you know, it feels nice to be in the same room with them, and I look forward to when everybody can get that back because a lot of people are not as lucky as me. A lot of people cannot be near their family. There are people who are near their family, but their family is immunocompromised, and so there's nothing you can do. I recognize that I'm one of the lucky ones, but it's still it. I just I'm hoping it's not too long before everyone can be with family again, or at least with people. Found family is still family and it's still important. Speaking of found family, let's spend some time with Kim, who is, as we all know, the best family in the world and the best lad. As always, when I'm playing, please let me know if there are any problems with the audio balance, anything like that. My microphone looks good to my side, but I know the game can be pretty quiet in places. So, last stream, among other things, we finally got my gun back from a genuinely mentally unwell woman who calls herself the Pigs. And we asked the Hardy Boys to help her, which really is the kind of thing they should be doing. I also sang terrible karaoke. And I mean terrible karaoke. It was amazingly bad. Just seeing your parents every week. It is something. Although I'm happy you managed to see your nephew. I've also been able to see my nephew recently, and my niece. It is late at night, which I had underestimated. So it's time to head to my new place. It's a shack, but it'll do. I'm still shocked that I cannot debrief with Kim. We'll figure it out. Maybe you only needed to debrief on the first night or something? I don't know. Maybe I can talk to him again now.
Yes?
Nope. Okay, Kim. The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted. I'll be sleeping in my room in the whirling. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning. Okay, so that's literally all I have to do. He'll go back, he'll sleep, and I'll head back there in the morning. Although, the way this game handles night times, who knows what'll happen. Oh, not much yet. You see the waves, the sea, the church. Old science fiction magazines, books about bird watching, an almanac from 1939. Well, from 39. Floorboards creak under your step. The intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving you a pleasant warmth. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm. Vegeta! Love you. What is this place to you? My new hangout, where I could silently sit, drink, and die while looking at the waves roll in. Well, that's depressing. My forward base for the coastal part of the operation. Or, it's free. That's good enough. I could live here. I actually like option 4. Looks like this is my new home. Wonder where the old one went. Westward, across the canal, towers the whirling in rags. Door number 1 on the second floor is locked. Behind it lies a trashed room. 1 floor below, behind a counter, stands an irritable man. In a small shack in the fishing village, a Baroque heater hums quietly, emanating a sense of comforting warmth. A wash basin lies on the table, the water inside reflecting the somber face of the world. Sure, Summer. Enjoy. Far away on the corner of Perdition and Main, a nondescript building obscured in a haze. It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant. Thank you, strange sensation, for a fair assessment of my current situation. Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice. Look under the floorboards. Okay. You know what? Fuck that. I'm going to. But nothing good starts this way. A voice that is not quite mine telling me to look under the floorboards? How do I even look under the floorboards? Oh, this is interesting. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. That's a very low chance. Or electrochemistry. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. That is a shockingly high chance. That's on an 18, and because my electrochemistry is so good. Huh. Well, let's try to figure out the expression. I mean, that's what I'm feeling, Vegeta. There are dead people under here. Nope. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. Let's try to beat this electrochemistry one. Holy shit! Holy shit! It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending, a thought, a sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the leer that had distorted it for God knows how long. And my face actually changed there to just normal. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. The sad old man looks back at you. Oh. That's more depressing. I'm concerned that it said something about floorboards, and yet I can't interact with the floorboards in any way. Oh, a shaving mirror? Well, a wash basin? On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. Is shaving the right call? The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy! A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew. That's kind of what I'm feeling. 58% chance. Time to shave. Get these mutton chops off. Look, I just passed a 28% shot. This isn't happening. Arrow's not here to curse me, but this isn't happening. And I'm okay with that. Nope. Your hand trembles as you scratch at your cheek. Oh no, that's not how a grown man shaves. This isn't sharp enough. Scrape harder. Nah. No. I'm not gonna take that risk. That will cause damage. Leave it for now. Thank God, I would have cut your throat. The centipede is exaggerating. People don't actually cut their own throats when they're shaving. At least not accidentally. Time for sleep. The bed is comforting if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away. I hope so, Veganta. I enjoy your streams.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Sir, I don't like the things you're saying.
Recorded in you forever on Ferrotape.
Spinning in eternity. Spinning on empty. Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming? I like that.
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance.
Oh no.
Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Oh, I don't want to think about my ex-wife.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The potted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
Oh?
You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop. whirling, spitting out words and images.
That doesn't mean it's not beautiful.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards.
Okay, firstly,
Meaningless keepsakes.
Don't be rude.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's genuinely beautifully poetic. That's right. I am an agent of the world. Because I don't want to be an agent of nothing. I like Harry becoming slowly more hopeful. Trying to actually better himself, not falling into his kind of standard depression.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
Solving your little crossword puzzle. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off your lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. Cause only love can break your heart.
Okay.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Yeah, because you dicks were talking the whole time. You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the win. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time. Ugh. He does not look great, to be honest. I want to see what tasks I still have to do. Get the whole story from Titus. That's going to be a bit tough to do. Find out the real reason why the trap was empty. Local kids might know. By local kids, you mean local kid. Solve the egghead puzzle. I don't even know how to start the egghead puzzle. Sync the signs with Noid, which again, do I even know how to do that? Look into the spookers in the church, that I can do today. Call Jamrock Public Library for information on the library owner's card. I believe that they only open at 9. Spirit is eternal. Yeah, I got spirits and potentially something might happen. I still don't know how to explore these secret passages. That's still a curiosity for me. Okay. Oh, I need to put points into that before I can try to shave again. And I have no points available. Well, dang it. How is my logic a 7? Bonus from items. That's why. That's still pretty solid. Okay. Let us start the new day. Pick dialogue options that begin with hold on or wait to gain additional information. That's good to know. Kim!
Yes?
Anything? We don't need to go over the preliminary info again. But let's do it. You want me to brief you again? No, I'll wing it. There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. No, you went through. Okay, fine. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During this time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There was an ongoing labor dispute. Yeah, we know all this. I just wanted to talk to Kim. On account of Kim's the best.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
You're so nice. Maybe she knows about the jacket I found. Or she can potentially just wash it for me, apparently. I can wash it for you, she says after looking the jacket over. But it's going to take about half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long? Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put. I could use a breather before another runny day begins. Oh, Kim. Kim, my love. Hi, Zach. It's going good. How is it going for you? Well, hand it over then. I'll see what I can do. And she cleaned it. Must say, I'm proud of this one, she nods, handing the jacket back to you. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope it'll have an easier life in your hands. Not yet. But we might soon. +1 pain threshold, +1 half-life, -1 drama. That's actually pretty solid. What's my current jacket? Yeah, not actually amazing. Pain threshold is nice to have. But I'm not going to change anything yet.
Could it be the legendary super swine?
Cian! Thank you so much for the legendary super swine, for the 100 bits. It is very much appreciated. How are you doing? By the way, I assume it's pronounced Cian. I know it's not pronounced Cyan, which would be my normal assumption if you hadn't made that clear.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastards.
You know what? It's Irish. Oh, then I am completely off base. Yeah, IPA would actually be useful. Because I want to pronounce it correctly. I'm looking for someone else, actually. Oh no, apparently I'm not. What do you do around here? Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. Is that enough to make a living? Sometimes I also walk the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now. What have you found? Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Oh, that's... She looks at the beach and continues. Bottles, drugs, also. Lost cargo in general. But most of the time it's just wood and glass. Alright, major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely. Mines! Mines! You need mines! Drugs? I need info on this. Major narc. The human bodies is like my job, though. I'm torn between the human bodies and just the mine. Oh, I'm torn. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna do my job. But I'm tempted. Fuck it. The RCM could use a mine. Where is it? And now to quickly look up IPA. To make sure I can pronounce that correctly in future. Okay, how do I pronounce these things? Don't just tell me what they're called. That is the least useful IPA chart. How do I say the sounds? Please. Kian or Keen. I will do my best to remember that and get that right in future. Kian. It's actually a lovely name. I've never heard it. Well, the RCM has to wait for another one, because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. She spits over the railing. The blast was surprisingly timid for such a huge, spiky thing. Spiky? Must have been a naval contact mine. That's fine. IPA is important. I don't want to ask her on a date, but I love that that's an option. Why would that mess with your head, Vegeta? Okay. Let's go Truth Stick Kuno. I don't actually think we ever get the opportunity to, but if the chance does come up, I'm totally gonna Truth Stick that kid. Yes, it actually is Ian. I believe, yes, I believe Ian is an Irish name. Oh? Excuse me?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Huh. The young man with, I mean, I know what that word is, but I'm not gonna say it.
If I were a real skull right now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan: "Fuck the world."
Snazzy shit ripped skull mobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads, scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
Don't touch Kim's car. Don't touch Kim's car.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Was it a good idea on the lieutenant's part to get into this? Don't even answer that. Just leave. You can always come back later on your own terms. Interesting. So authority is suggesting I come back later on my own terms? and not challenge them now? Okay. I will take that advice. But I find it surprising. Okay. Time to punch a child. I mean, I hope.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I would have to improve my empathy. And my empathy's already pretty up there. That's going to be tough. More questions about the crime scene. What's in the greenhouse over there? Dunno, he shrugs. Kiptas Gardner used to work there. Gardner used to work there? Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. He fills his lungs with the rancid air. His eyes get a little watery. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Don't worry, Vegeta. You will have ample time to be reminded. What do you mean by kipped? Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. He shakes his head. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Hey, she's actually not a gardener. Turns out she's a union fixer. The fuck does this have to do with Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is. Fucking Kuno. You're expecting relaying this information to him to be more rewarding, right? Telling him you found out she isn't a gardener? You know what you should do if you want to get rewarded? Drugs. Drugs are more rewarding than work. Or alcohol if you don't want to do drugs. Alcohol is just as rewarding, but it isn't a drug. This has been going on for quite a while, hasn't it? You've been thinking about drugs and alcohol for a long time now. Juicy drugs, tasty alcohol. Seems kind of boring now going back to... What is this about? Some yard? Yards aren't interesting. Only drugs are interesting. Drugs and alcohol. You feel sad now. But what can you do? Life has to go on. With a heavy sigh, you say... Kuno, there's a stack of Eternite back there? That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks. There it is, that strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material. You can't hide it. I see without vision. With my inner eye. So you say, but I saw past the veil. The fuck is this? Yes, yes, some shit gimps left behind. Are these gimps left-handed? Don't I have a single normal thing to say? I appreciate the fact that I am calling myself out. But I like this first one just for being so fucking bizarre. Inner eye? Fuck are you talking about? He loses his cool for a moment and starts yelling. Ask me a normal question, pig. They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno. Not hard. You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there. There's also a mug in the trash. Show him the mug. The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yes. Does this racist mug have anything to do with it? I mean, we know now that it does, because Gary the techno-fascist threw out the dude's clothes and also this mug. Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain, he whispers excitedly. He got wrinkle brain? You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, because he's the clothes fucker. Can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno. That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up. Shit, that's tense, he thinks for a moment. Someone's going to the beatdown basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. He nods in approval. The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique, too. Holy fuck. Kuno doesn't know who put the shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can... tell the Kuno who it was? He's curious. He likes putting two and two together here. Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. She lets out a hiss, even meaner than before. Get away from my Kuno! I'm not saying that. Yeah! Kuno jumps back. Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Okay, we actually got something out of that, to my surprise. But I thought Kuno would know something about the bugs. Okay, so now I should be able to interact with this again, maybe? Okay. An inconspicuous pile of roofing material. Eternite. Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material? I have an 83% shot. Let's see if I can improve that with any of my clothes. It seems unlikely, but let's see if anything improves my perception. Because I really want to get this right. I would feel like the perception would mostly just be like glasses, but I've been surprised before. Ooh, -1 perception. That's the opposite of what I'm looking for. No, I have nothing that improves perception, unfortunately. 83% chance. It sounds good, but I'm gonna need your power, chat. Fucking... Are you actually serious? Are you actually serious? Because I'm pretty sure that is how you get into the secret passages. Do I have something here that's like reducing... I should have taken this off. This is -1 perception. I should have checked that as well. That wasn't smart. Oh, these are +1 perception. That's still super frustrating. Oh, I forgot. I've got a fucking gun. I'm still gonna stick to my truth stick, but it's good to know that I have a gun. That was super frustrating. And I can't get anywhere behind here because that bucket would be super interesting. Nothing I can do with this greenhouse, at least from there. Maybe she knows something about the bugs.
The pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
I mean, I could only hope.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real. I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She's almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
What are those strange words you use?
I come from the woods, Kutavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
I mean, that much is accurate.
Don't be traumatizing, eh? Get the fuck out of here!
I will truth stick you, child.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. What is this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
I hate
Get the
both
fuck
of these
out of there,
kids.
face! You got something? Talk to me!
Can I kill them? Chat, how would you feel if I just fucking shot him?
Does Kuno care?
Oh, this is unlocked now for some reason. This is unlocked for some reason. Even though I didn't give myself more empathy points. Okay. Let me check my clothing again. Do I have anything that's reducing my empathy? Because I do want to succeed at this eventually. Nothing there is decreasing it. Do I have anything that increases empathy? That feels possible? It's electrochemistry, which is useful in a couple of places. Probably not when talking to a child. Wait. That's +1 empathy. That would be -1 empathy, which I don't want. Look, child, I'm wearing sunglasses.
Does Kuno care?
That gives me an 83% chance of figuring you out. Which, given the last 83% chance, is not going to go well. Okay. Yeah, what's going on with him? It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S. Interesting. Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid of her life. Afraid for her life. Like she's done something. Something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you. He even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Kuno respects Madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone. Try to separate them. Kuno, psst. What are you whispering about? He whispers back. He's whispering too. He's going with it, but watch what happens. Fuck you, whispering about. If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? He turns back to you and hunkers down. It's a whisper, pig. Okay. Now, we've got at least a little bit of time to talk to him. This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this. So, I'm not going to say she's trying to control you, because that makes him look bad. What's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy, scary. That'll make him respect her more. I'm glad she's out of our hair. She's fucked up. I think that one is probably closer to A, what he believes, and B, the kind of thing that's not exciting. She's not fucked up. He raises his voice, but then lowers it again. Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit. Wrong move, but he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again, or you will. There are no guarantees here. So the thing to do is not make him look bad, so I still think option 1 is wrong. She's terrifying. Crazy scary. Crazy? He whispers tensely. You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy, she's insane. Dangerous. She smoked a man. She's done people in, probably even pigs. Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you. You're gonna get us into shit. She understands what you're trying to do. Yo, see? He pops his head up. Did Kuno not tell you? Kuno told you. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Oh, the plot continues to thicken. He hunches down again. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control. You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips. What do you mean she smoked someone? Kuno means she killed someone. That's right, sees a killer. He stares at you intently. Like, actually a killer. What if she has, Kuno? That would explain things. Fucking yeah. Kuno knows you don't want to face this right now, this dark shit. Kuno faces this shit every day. Makes Kuno's skin crawl. Oh no. Oh no, am I getting sympathetic for this shitface? She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Okay, how many cops has she killed then? Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that. He feels eyes on the back of his head and stops. Teams, Luca. The cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. The murderer we're talking about is the girl who hangs around with Kuno, Kuno S, who he is fucking terrified of. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Fear. Fear of the truth. Kuno, do you think it's possible that she's killed other children? Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies. Kuno, that's what Kuno's starting to think. Yeah. Oh, you see, she didn't have anything to do with the dead man. Like, I can ask, but I really don't think so. Oh, interesting. She would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Magenta, how dare you? Where were you? Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it. Oh, I know you didn't do it. He speaks the truth, my liege. Fucking drama, you're such a drama queen. You said she's insane? Yeah, she's psycho. He leans in even closer. None of that kitty psycho cat burning shit. She does the real deal. What's the real deal? Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know. Snuff radio was introduced earlier. Their radio shows where people get actually killed. Reference to snuff films, which were the same kind of thing. That language she uses. I can't even begin to pronounce that. Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit. What people? Crazy people? The fucking Nakis? I don't know. Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism. Is she your sister? Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit. Yeah, she was just there. He points at the apartment building behind the fence. What was that, Kuno? The little one twists her neck, looking at the building. Kuno flinches, then lowers his voice even more. She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack in the dark. The hallway there with the janitor's closet? Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style. Why was she dripping wet? Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days in the corner, every time Kuno went out. You know this. The body goes into a kind of revulsion shock. Murder hangover. That's what it could have been. Murder hangover from when she killed a kid. Yes. Makes them look for a quiet, dark place and just hibernate there. Usually goes on for a few days up to a week. Must have been her first one. You only get it on the first one. You said she got in. How? I don't know. He looks at you suspiciously as you come out of your thoughts. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home. She's sleeping under the desk under a pile of clothes, like a dog. What about your parents? Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. He points at himself. Shit's all on Kuno. Kuno S, two of a kind. Why is she called Kuno S then? Because she fucking looks like Kuno. You don't know her name? No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was Psycho Killer. That's not her name. Interesting. And yes, Half-Life is a complete psychopath, which makes me kind of love it. How are you dealing with all of this? How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control. He spits through the gap in his front teeth. You need backup, I'm here for you. I don't think he needs to hear that. But I'm still going to say it, because I am. Listen, listen. He points to his eyes, then yours. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her, you threaten to take her away. This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now. The boy looks you in the eye, black pupils trying to focus. I am going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand? He may not be able to do it, but he'll try. Right now, he believes he will. I can respect that. He's scared of her, but he also wants to protect her. There's something kind of noble there. He knows she's messed up, but she is also a kid. Alright, he wiped the sweat off his brow. Now we can do business. He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him. Business? Yeah, what do you want? Kuno can hook you up with... He starts, no longer whispering. Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno. See, relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, he turns back to you. You get all kinds of shit. Oh, am I making progress with this child? Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. Okay, I just imagined a pig wearing fishnet stockings, and I know that's not what he means by pig hooker, but come on. It's right there. Juice! I love you. God, should I commission someone to draw pig hooker and make it into a BTTV emote? It's interesting though, he has access to drugs, which means he might be able to get me info on the drug trade. Well, once I get another emote slot, Hog might become a T1 slot. And shit, you can even fuck back in Kuno's kingdom. Kuno saw you sniffing around that fucking pile of Eternite. It's a secret door, okay? Just pull it off and fuck back in there. He concludes the invitation with a benevolent nod. Okay, and he just told me. That's fantastic. Not what I meant, but you know what? Sure, Magenta. What is that about running you an errand and illegal narcotics? Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. His eyes bulge. Their veins reach out like tree branches. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now Junkie's clawing at Kuno's door. Street's going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Oh. Okay. Chen, fuck you. Thank you. I did not want you to do this, but Chen, thank you for the 11 gifted subs to Tinkuridin, Ankev W, Mechanalist Tom, 7th Chords, Nintendo Play, Rosebud or whatever, Void, Gothic Doubling, Molo Yode, Deer, and Lil Birdie. Chen, that is absurdly generous, and Chen has basically just bought me my next emote slot. So I'm going to have to figure out which of my current tier 2 and 3 emotes gets promoted to tier 1. Genuinely, Chen, that is absurdly generous. I cannot thank you enough. Chen is not the one who should do that, because I'm still 15 points away from that. And I'm willing to wait. But yes, Chen just sugar daddied the whole fucking chat. Dirty Popo Man is you. He nods at the building behind him. In there is Kuno's violent dad, on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half the speed. Who is your dad? Kuno's dad is a fucking monster, he says proudly. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too. Hi, Chen. I love you, and you are the best. How much material are we talking about? Like half, he says very confidently. Half of what? A baggie. But, like, in this vial. That's not very much material at all. Fuck you talking about? Half a G? This shit is giant grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it. You can barely see it because there's barely any. Yeah, Chen just bought me an emote slot, but also Chen is a super cutie. I know someone else has done it, but I have to do it as well, because it's important. Because Chen is, in fact, a cutie. Really, I genuinely appreciate it more than I can express, Chen. I made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what's going to happen. Okay, Kuno's listening. I'm going in there, all guns blazing, to get that speed because I need it. I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revachol. I'm going in there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm gonna confiscate that crap. I'm going exactly the same line. Lie. You need speed. I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revachol. Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. I don't like the Kuno now, so, you know. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. He aggressively points at his eyes. Go to room number 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckhead. New task. Split a kilo with Kuno. That's it, he concludes. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit. The hell are you signing us up for here? Come on, Kim. Obviously, I'm not going to take it. We need to get drugs away from a minor. Okay, then. He concedes. That's the thing. This has got nothing to do with getting him the drugs. This is about getting them away. No! Why the fuck would we roundhouse kick Luca? Okay, that was great progress. And now that we know that this is a secret entrance... Okay, so this is pretty much guaranteed now. Kuno told you about his shack. 97% chance. Chat, watch me fucking fail. But Luca was correct, because you are a cutie. Chat. Chat. Watch me roll snake eyes. You know, I came perilously close. Because unless Kuno lied, you should just be able to pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door. Nice. I have a point. So this is the shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside then. Let's. Luca, this is just like everything else. RNG says hates me. It's crawling with locusts in here. Oh, locusts. Like in the trap. All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud dotted with little holes for windows. Well, Detective, it appears you've solved the case. The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to you. For the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well. Okay, Kim, good point. I have no counter-argument. Stop being so sarcastic, Kim. No, I don't want to be mean, but also... Oh, I'm not being sarcastic at all. We're making real progress here. You think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby? If anything, the presence of the locusts points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know? Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment. We should talk to Kuno about this. Get him to stop. I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You're doing just fine. Well, there's a thing there, which I will take a look at. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine, sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear. I was thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Enjoy shower, Vegeta. Someone's taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere? Perhaps not. He looks at you. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, he points to the ladder in the corner. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? The secret path the local kids use. Okay, yes, but I want to do shit. The poster says, get out of the way or get fucked up. That's actually an FALN slogan from an aggressive youth-oriented campaign. Bye, Chan. I love you. Also, you're the best. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. Oh, that is what that is. Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving to persons of power, like police officers. Accurate, but maybe not the greatest thing. Okay, this is potentially useful. Note I did say potentially. But yes, this gets me... I wonder if I could have used... If you can use this to get into the harbor without dealing with Measurehead ever. Which would be interesting. Yeah, you can probably do that. Oh, there's a lot of money up here. And there's stuff over here. No. This doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. And bucket. Bucket contains postcard. And there's 90 cents on the floor. Is that really all there is up here? Certainly looks that way. Can I get onto these balconies? I cannot. I'd expect a little bit more, but it's good to know that this exists, because if at some point the harbor is closed off for some reason, then it's good to have another way in. Oh, there we go. Revachol is, they give the pronunciation for Revachol, Orania, and Klasia. Which I really appreciate, actually. Juice is back! Juice is back, internet is back. This is a good time. Is the lady here? No! That's interesting. I wonder what time she arrives. Also, I do have a point available. Now, I don't yet know what I would focus on. Hand-eye coordination and perception are important, but I might want to improve physical instrument if I'm going to fight Kuno's dad. Which, you know, might be a thing I need to do. For reasons. Kuno's dad is a drug pusher, and he's also incredibly violent. So, yeah. Enter flat 12 in the Cape Side apartment building and get Kuno's speed. Sharing it with him will cement your friendship. And who knows what secrets it will lead to. Take down Kuno's dad is optional. Oh yes, I've got to confront Kuno about the locusts. I mean, yes, Juice, but he is also a drug pusher. Although that's mostly just because in this fucking town, with a dad who's a drug pusher, what else do you become?
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I know you took the locusts from the traps the cryptozoologist set up. Yeah, he says slowly, meeting your gaze with sullen defiance. Kuno took the bugs, so what? So it wasn't the investment. A wave of disappointment washes over you. You say you don't give a fuck about bugs. Then you go and build a whole bug town? It's not Bug Town, it's the city of locusts, he says, enunciating every syllable. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends. Stop! She wails from behind the fence, then buries her face in her hands. Oh, she's scared of bugs. You stop. It's like they're fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage. Night City? Is this cyberpunk? The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort. City of Rage sounds like a cool place. Kuno, the pig wants to help you, she moans. That's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're an artist. He pushes his chest out. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now. You should listen to your friend, Kuno. Art's lame as hell. That's fucking hilarious. But no, it's cool to make art. Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in like 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno. Yeah! No! Fucking do your art, do your bug shit. Better than pushing drugs. Like, you'd be much better off focusing on that. Yo, fuck you, see. Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. He tears at the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... That's got too many letters for the other word. But I'm not reading it anyway. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away. A leaden silence fills the yard. Oh shit, that's basically a confession. So that's what this is about. Me and Kuno have discussed this. I promised I won't do anything. I don't believe you. She disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He's turned completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation. I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait. So. Yes, as Luca says, she probably killed at least one kid. I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit's all lame now. He turns to the fence. C was right. The girl's face appears again above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. I have to ask, what does the city of locusts mean? It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck. He turns his burning face up to the falling rain. Pig, he says finally, lowering his gaze to meet yours. You really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame. What's gonna happen to the locusts? Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die. Well, that's just mean. Now that that's settled, I'd better be off. The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? He asks before you leave, with the traps. The Insulindian phasmid. Huh, he mutters to himself. He recognizes the name. You know what the Insulindian phasmid is? Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit, he says angrily. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit. There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction. Interesting. Very interesting that he knows about the bug. Kind of suggests that it's more real than we maybe anticipated. Okay.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I'm marginally less skeptical now. I had a chat with this kid, Kuno. He promised to stop sealing the locusts. Cryptozoologist purses his lips. So it was just a child. He looks crestfallen. Thank you for telling us, sweetie. She turns to smile gently at her husband. This is good news, right? It means we can try again. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else. Yes, you're right. We just need to restock the empty traps. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time, and then maybe we can... The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit. He has a 38-degree fever. His his resilience has given way. She looks at him with tender concern. Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home. You're right. He breathes carefully, not to start coughing again. We can come back next season when it's warmer. There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find the Phasmid or admit defeat, people. Yeah, but he doesn't want to admit it, Luca. We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. We're getting really carried away with this, aren't we? He makes a show of suppressing a sigh. Fine, it's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this... really, it's too much, officer. He starts coughing again. What Morel means is, we're grateful for your help. She nods to her husband. Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking code discovery, of course, but... Wow, code discovery? You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center. Neither did I, Luca. Don't worry. This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that. Did you know Gary was hiding the armor? Hell no, I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty or disloyalty are not among them. I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it. We'll make sure he won't. Do you have anything new to say, Helena?
Oh, hello, sweetie. So nice to see you again.
No. I don't really have much to say. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock. I can get some information on the dead man from the library. Which, I mean, sucks. Because I wish he weren't dead. What I do find interesting is looking at my tasks. Almost none of these have anything directly to do with the murder anymore. And I find it interesting just how many like, I suppose, side quests there are. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Okay. This is Precinct 57. The operator greets you through the static. How may I assist you? Connect me to Jamrock Public Library. Oh, 10 a.m. Heck.
They call me Mr.
Shit, Viz! Hi, Viz. How are you? Thank you so much for the raid. And thank you for the follow. Truly some pig. How was Apex? Does it remain a good time?
This palm tree livery should be, like, pastel green. Fucking tropic shit.
Nice. I'm so glad to hear you did well.
I can see it. Bright as day. If we were skulls right now.
I've watched Viz play Apex, and it's absurd how good he is. Vicar Max, thank you so much for the follow as well. Yeah, seeing Viz play Apex, it's always... I've always been thoroughly impressed. Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Okay, so that's how they bleep it. I know you don't think so, Viz, but I think you're rad. You're also one of my favorite streamers to watch, so, you know, there's that. Thank you, Luca, for telling the truth about Viz's incredible cuteness. Oh yeah, Summer. Just got a nice big raid. It's always a good feeling.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of the presentation you want to take home with you, Cop Man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Yes, thank you, Juice. There are slurs and there are a lot of sensitive topics. If I feel a sensitive topic coming, which is sometimes kind of obvious, I'll let you know. But there have been at least accusations of sexual assaults. There are some very well-written, like unpleasantly well-written racists. There's murder. And yeah, there are slurs, which the game blurs out, but it's still obvious what's being said. Just that everybody is aware of what's going on. These skull people are more than an authority. They're deities. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Murder? Man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags. Yeah, sure, we'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. He cleared his throat. It was a man. Also, he was hanged. Anything else? He was hanged from a tree. Yeah, I mean, duh. These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along. Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything? I'm not going to entertain you with this any longer. Sure, sure, the blonde man says, quickly nodding. Understandable. Fuck and I appreciate your efforts, though. Do you guys know Cindy the Skull? The young man's eyes glaze over as he remarks in a voice filled with longing. Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull. Yeah, the other guy lights up too. A true artist of the future, just like Arno van Eyck. By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards, he adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting. That's interesting. Getting some more backstory on her. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them. Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez? The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned, the lieutenant replies instead. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here. Apart from the Union themselves, of course. Don't you worry about it. We're gonna make up for the deficit. Yeah, we are. The men exchange approving nods. Enough about the scullery, then. Mm-hmm. He throws a longing glance at the Kanema. Well, talking to you has definitely been something. Okay, I want to see if Lady is here at the bookshop. No. That actually slightly concerns me. But at the end of the day, almost everything I can currently do is across the bridge. So that's where I'm heading. Whoops. Whoops. Flipping. Also, the game kind of chug-a-lugs a little bit sometimes. So if you're seeing that, it's not dropped frames, it's not your internet. Just sometimes this happens. I don't know why, because like my computer is, it's not a powerhouse by any means, but it should be able to handle a game like this with no real trouble. Wait, do I need to fill this first trap as well? Which was here. Release the locusts into the empty trap. The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here. Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? He stops you. Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question. He doesn't want to, but if there is one more cryptozoological run around, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it. So yeah, honestly, I don't want to focus on this. I want to do the investigation, but I'm also kind of invested in this now. Weirdly. What I do want to do... Oh, yeah! Oh, the car's not going anywhere. We crashed it into a lake. I keep thinking I see interactables, and then I don't. I want to check out the church. Because whatever is going on there, it's certainly something. Wait, is this... I thought this was where I was meant to go. Oh, I appreciate it, Luca. I'll figure it out. I'll find her when I find her. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is the trash can. Okay, the body has already been taken away by the police. That's good, at least. Hello? There we go. Sometimes the keyboard controls are less than ideal. I feel so sorry for that dude, and I feel so sorry for his wife. Because nobody expected it to come to him. Open the padlock with the key. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Let's go. The lieutenant nods at you. I know, Luca. The jacket was the saddest thing. Because you're like, you keep holding out hope that it's not him. And then the jacket has the bright blue lining. The jacket she made for him. Which wasn't warm enough, but was his favorite jacket. Pull on the doors. As you do, you hear you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. It's black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city. I wonder what the inside of this is going to be like. Oh, not terrifying at all. He lied. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. That's fair. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. Oh, I don't like this. Chat, I don't like this. I'm creeped. I'm creeped out. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? More about the potential drug trade? Or someone doing another one of these radio computer games? The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. But these wires work as contact microphones? Interesting. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. Oh, for some reason I thought this was the other side. The music in here is very appropriate and spooky, but also kind of pretty. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. The walking is slow, but it makes sense in this context. A portable Harman Waushi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. The machine stands in the corner, watched over by figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity. Another radio computer, says the lieutenant, stepping closer. And this time it's already turned on. He seems cautious around the machine. These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. This machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model. He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything. The one you saw earlier was the REM Civic. This is the REM Prefect, model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a REM-compatible interim printer. Ooh, the things I want to investigate. But this feels not great. I can come back. If it turns out to be important, I can come back. Now, what's this? In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She's impossibly tall, oval-faced, and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. You're not wrong, Luca. This is her innocent Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel. I will. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. Well, the thing is, it's an invented religion, but it kind of, like, there is no specific deity. It's just humanism. And yeah, it kind of pulls in heavy elements of both. It almost feels more Anglican to me, of being like heavily Protestant with strong Catholic influence. Close your eyes. The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you from the wind outside. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There's a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? It's mourning. As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Do the same as you get up. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the cracks in the glass. This is Dolores Day. The old woman in the village was right, he looks around. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records. You knew of the place? It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. He lowers his voice. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers. What else do you know? There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they called them, the Seven Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the Revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps. He looks at the machinery lying around. There it is again, a small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here. Do you know why it was abandoned? I have a theory, yes. There's a pause, then he continues. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. Oh. The RCM was involved in this. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here. Who conducted this raid? Well, your station was involved, I hear, although I can't be sure. You're not sure? 3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them. I guess I could have been here. I'm sorry. I'm not saying you were. There's a pause. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it. Why it was conducted or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters. If I was here, I should find out what I was doing. Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now. Yeah, but it's important to me. I think I've got clothing items that can improve my encyclopedia. I better have something to improve my visual calculus, because that is a very low chance. And knowing how RNGesus treats me, I'm not taking that risk. But let's go with encyclopedia first. Megabino's prescription lenses. They make my perception worse, but they make me smarter. I think that's the only one I've got that improves that. Juice, don't be mean. 72 is a fair chance. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her Innocence Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state, perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men. What exactly is an innocence? The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit. A ruler? More. An innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Rael Belt is built to accommodate innocentic rule, should it coincide with our time. Oh yeah. Frankly, doing any kind of maths, depending, like anything above basic arithmetic, gets really tough. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway, only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office. Is one in office now? No, we are alone. When did she rule? 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isla, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Mundi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world. Vajanta, how was Shower? What else do I know about her? Many things. You know, she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential marquess, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene Le Navigatier, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sur-la-Clef. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Magenta, why? Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under her long, slender form like this, dwarfed. Where's this coming from? The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away. Right, better not go poking any further. Exactly. Back out of this corner of your mind by choosing the bottommost option. To hell with this. No. Was there something terrifying about her? Vegeta. Preemptive timeout. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory. Or what remains of it. But... nice, Vegeta. Terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her. No. Was there something bad about her? I want to know. You already do. Although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Most modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. No you, Vegeta. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Magritte were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity. Oh. Oh. That's... She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb, in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you've ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pesantic Mare Interregnum. Little is known of her Marquess husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. Lieutenant Yafreti, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church. What are you thinking of, if I may ask? Why did we tolerate this bourgeois woman not that long before we shot her? It's interesting because I do get a weird feeling that not she herself, obviously, but this whole thing is connected to the case. I just don't know how it would be. She's been dead for 300 years. I'm almost 1,000% certain she's not connected to the case. None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in. Basically, she ended up being what we would call, what should be called a war criminal. So she waged war against people who didn't want to follow her ways. She was a hardline secularist, and anybody who wanted to be religious, well, any state that wanted to be religious was not allowed, basically. And there was also something called the resettlement campaign, which has unpleasant, like it unpleasantly reminds me of what happened with, uh, what happened with Israel in the 1940s, which I won't go into detail on, but was not good for pretty much anyone involved. Let's see if I can improve my visual calculus at all. No, surprisingly, my pants do not improve my visual calculus. That's +1 visual calculus. Perhaps surprisingly. Wait, no, that was half light. It's a low shot, but if I can, I would like to try to figure this out. That's also visual calculus. Nice. That's physical instrument, which I might need later. 28% chance. Chat, I need your power. Chat, you failed me. The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know. Arrow is lurking. Arrow is always here, somewhere. Tiny bird flying around, or bat. Shoes? And Moni. A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. So whatever's happening here... Huh. A cracked pane of glass. Colorful. It came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it, too. Is that a pair of pants? No. Oh, it's a scarf. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A figure drawn in frost on the window, depicting a deer. Interesting that there doesn't seem to be much more to do in here. There's a bunch of these plates with wires running to them. Oh. The silence in this part of the church. It's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Oh. Enjoy stream, Vegeta. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. I think I still hear something. How dare you, Vegeta? And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. Seems that sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing. Yell as loud as you can. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving. Stomp your feet and clap your hands. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total somehow. What's happening? The lieutenant points to his ear and shakes his head. Then he leans closer. Oh, Kim can't even hear me. Can you hear anything? Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics. There's just something about this area of the church that silences everything. His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Now, whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us. Oh? The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you. Look up into the bell tower. No, no, why is that an option? The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower ahead. Overhead. And I don't have the ability to change things up. Dang it. Well, I'll take the 28% shot. Nope. I mean, this is what my luck has been. Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. What's the darkness like? Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height. Try to make out something. Anything. There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising. I think... Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like, there's no way to interact with that. Officer, what are you looking at? He follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing. Blink. That was That was scary, and also there's someone fucking there. Holy shit, when did this game become scary? You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Juice, I don't have my gun equipped. Maybe it's possible to talk to it? Okay. Genuinely? Just out of caution. I've got my own truth gun, Josh. And I'm putting on my armor as well. Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm. I think my hand recognizes it. It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it, in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was a long time ago. This is your gun. It's more of a symbol than anything else, because there is always, always a rational, sensible, reasonable solution to every situation. Sheath it and know you have the moral high ground. I don't want. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building come alive and is now studying you intently. The crab man. Oh my god, they were right. There is a crab man living here. Say nothing. Be quiet for now. The man leans forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks. Look, Juice, that's why I equipped both the armor and the fucking gun.
I bet your alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You've come to the right place.
I did not expect him to speak like that. Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You've come to the right place. The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of the bottle.
Is he like a crazy religious hermit man?
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Yes, this is fascinating. I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks, and maybe the ceiling climbing too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Sheesh. Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem, but it's been getting out, and it's been getting out of hand lately, but...
Estás crudo, eh? I see deep inside you. Your body and spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. What a fucking response.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Reno is wreaking on your mind and your spirit. Necesitas parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Kim, I know. If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention. Look at these crazies. What is this, fucking intervention? Fuck you, Crabman. You don't tell us what to do. Tell him. Oh god, Juice, you're right. Oh my god, he Michael Jordan'd us. You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. I love some of these responses. Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What's this shit? But yeah, he does have a point.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
Oh, another potential thought? That's interesting. The wasteland of reality. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and that it's a sickness, and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. That is poetically horrific. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. I don't have space for this, but it's certainly something worth considering.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in. Honestly, just, yeah, the writing in this game continues to astound me. This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with. You must be the Crab Man. Never known myself to be a crab, but if that's the name you've got for me, I won't stop you from using it. It's your neighbors who came up with the name, not me. No, Josh, you're not wrong, but also, no. If you're not a crab, then what are you? He considers this for a moment. I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. He pauses. It may be that I gotta work on my technique. That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there? Oh, he's the one who's been carving shit. Did you also carve all those sculptures? Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. You've got some nice curves going there. Oh. I don't... I said 5 art cop lines. It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it. What were you before you became a crab man and a wood carver? I was in a gangway, but my memories from that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. He looks at you as if he wants to pat you on the back. No, man, you gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture. Do you remember your name, sir? The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation. Tiago is my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place among your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. My name sets me apart from my fellows. How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau? I love the fact that that still gets brought up. My name's Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of this matters. He ignores your hand. His limb's a mere shadow below the ceiling. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point to the strange machines. Other spooker? I cannot pronounce that. Don't know, Holmes. Wait, so there is another person living in the church? And it's a... Vieita? I don't know. No, I just call her Vieita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. He scratches his head. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear. And you don't know where she is. That's what I said, Holmes. How can you not know that when you both live here? Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. You got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she? I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or... He shrugs. Or search through her radio computer. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. The ones in the tent outside, right? I've seen them. Guessing they're the ones who called me a crab, probably scared of me. Do they have reason to be scared? Nah, man. They look pretty funny, and I don't harm no one anymore. Like, I believe him, but also, you've got to stop this Phantom of the Opera bullshit. Though he used to, a long time ago. From context, yeah, that's basically what I'm guessing for Old Lady. The fact that it's studious is interesting. Kind of a rude way. Okay, that's very interesting. What do you think about the nightclub? Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Dude is gonna straight up Phantom of the Opera this nightclub. Might even be nice to have some company. He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think. What are you doing here? This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. He nods toward the ceiling. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circle it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days I'll be pure enough to drink from it directly. I have been corrupted by the internet because I see mother and I see drink from it and all I can think of is Mommy Milky. This mother of silence, do you mean her? No. There's a new god in town. And she can't be painted or sculpted because she has no limbs or even a face. She is the end. Oh, Summer. Summer. Oh, you're so pure. Don't be corrupted. You'll be much happier like this. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will. Summer, I said, Mommy Milky. It's a thing on the internet now. What will happen once you drink from this perforation? I will be incinerated but not destroyed, finally at one with the state of the world before reality began. You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another? Not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service. I guess you have a point. I know it'll take time. Don't sweat it. Well, it's become a politics thing. But yes, Twitter drama. I still don't understand what you're doing in the church. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the Mother's Glory. Can you sing for me? Sing for me something. I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is Silent as the Mother. You lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve. How did you even find this place? Juice! What clip was that? Shit, I don't remember what... Oh no, wait, that's Zaid's stream. Okay. Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me. Are these yours? Show him the scarf and shoes you found lying around. I think they were, a long time ago. He looked at the red clothing items in your hand. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You can have them. I don't need them anymore. Stitch, why must you say this to me? They look pretty dapper, actually. Okay, I had other questions. You've been here for a long time. Did you see the police raid that took place here? Something like that, he responds, his voice suddenly flat. Did you witness it? Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it. The Mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the Mother. It lets you forget about everything. Oh, that sounds terrible. Well, I found the crab man. Because that's a thing that needs to happen. Is it time... Is it time to fuck up with my luck? No. That can happen later. Mommy Milky has just become such a bizarre part of the internet. And as I think it was Luca said, or someone, it has ended up becoming political for reasons. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna put away my gun. Just because, like... I don't want to be the dude running around brandishing a gun. Oh yeah, no. Crabman is rad. I have nothing against Crabman at this point. Okay. The public library should be open now, so I can contact them. Possibly bookshop lady will be back. And I can tell her about her husband. Which is the saddest fucking thing, let's be honest. Jamrock Public Library. Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1. Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. A male librarian answers the call. How can I help you, officer? He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call. I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Mejean, a reader. Billy Mejean, you said? Give me a moment. I'll have to check our database. He puts down the receiver. On Moreau Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback. Yes, hello? Are you still there? You can hear him fiddle with the printout. I found Billy Mejean's home address. Is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately. You're too poor to have a phone line. Yes, home address is fine. Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all. Everything's happening there. That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it? Do you have any other information on Billy Mejean? It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Do you know someone who was? Marie? He covers the phone with his hand and yells out into the room behind him. Marie, do you remember a reader named Billy Mejean? They returned a Thibault book the other day. You hear someone answer from afar. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. The librarian is speaking into the phone again. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. Okay. Okay, so Billy is the woman's name. He also asked for this new sci-fi release. Loose, City Radio 87. But we didn't have it yet. Good, you have a name now. Do you know the husband's name? Sorry, no, Marie only knows him by sight. Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like? Marie, a moment passes. She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he had had a drink or two the last time she saw him. What was he wearing? 1 second. The librarian turns away from the phone again and relays the question. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying attention to that. Thank you. That's all from me. I have no other questions. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer. The librarian hangs up, and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click. Anything else you need from me? I'm done with the radio for now. 57th, over and out. Her voice disappears into void. This is all very sad. Chat, I'm sad. I like that lady. And I badgered her into letting me find her dead husband. I mean, he would have been dead anyway, but it feels different. I'm curious. Can I do anything new with this? I forget. Nope. Conceptualization. I basically badgered her into admitting that her husband was missing, even though she had originally claimed he wasn't. And then I found her husband dead.
Have you come to admire my mural?
Piss and fuck the world send their best. I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness. They seem to hold you in high esteem. They'll never be skulls, but she softens. But their hearts are in the right place. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood. Well, how's that? She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air, somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous, you bring the sirens. Weird. No, because I couldn't find her. But now I have her address, and there's a good chance she'll be home. I mean, she didn't say that, but I kind of feel like she's the type, to be honest. They said she was apartment number 20. Which is presumably not this one. Just want to know what number this is. I mean, whatever number that is, she's not in it. 20 probably means second floor, I'm guessing. No, this is number 12. I think this is where Kuno's dad lives. The shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the door frame with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Durator. Uno's dad. Your heartbeat quickens, palms go sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. The siren of amphetamine is singing you her song. Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lives. Yes, I did. I managed to get closer to him. I mean, I wanted to truth stick him, but that hasn't happened. The lieutenant nods. And the place comes with 3 months worth of utility bills. Okay, you know what? I have to get ready for this. Which means I need the equipment that is going to give me the best of everything. Which is probably going to be the physical punchy stuff. This shirt gives me pain threshold and volition, plus it's fucking armor. I'm not so into this jacket. Actually, this gives me +1 physical instrument. I would rather have the armor, though. Any of these jackets give me something rad? No, not so much. Fucking give me cool boots or something. No, the necktie is bad. The necktie is gonna get me in trouble. Okay, more importantly, do any of these give me, like, a negative to physical instrument? No. Plus, honestly, like, my physical instrument is pretty solid at the moment, and will be more so as soon as I take a swig. Oh yes, I've got to hold it in my hand. Knock lightly. No response. You'll need to equip the chain cutters to enter. Snip right through the metal. Look! It is an effective tool. Getting slightly drunk before a punch-up will apparently help me. according to this game. Okay, so that's basically guaranteed. Snip! The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the door. Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is in there somewhere, ready to rip you to shreds with a broken bottle. The lieutenant looks worried. I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick. Chat. Do I equip the truth stick? Or do I equip the gun? Do I equip truth stick or gun? Because I can equip either. Here's the thing, I agree with you. If things go to shit, truth stick is fun for the meme, but truth stick is not actually useful. Kuno's dad, who is apparently violent and kind of abusive. Times are not most dire. I'm not gonna shoot him. No, fuck it. You need to be prepared. I keep going back and forth on this. I have one bullet. Interesting, he's not in here. So let's rob him. Or he's in the bed? Oh, he's asleep. Phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it in plain sight sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw. Lieutenant, I've located psychoactive substances on this table. Good, confiscate it. The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room, which is snoring. You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Don't wait, celebrate. Blast that shit right here. Take inventory of it once this boring shit is done. Blast it before you face the beast, Derator. You're going to need the encouragement. I have booze, it's fine. Glossy erotica covers the wall, wrinkled from moisture. You know, I don't like that phrase. Okay. I am slightly tipsy now. And that's just fine. I am a drunk cop with a gun. This is fine. A pile of clothes. A bundle of clothes heaped on the duvet. A stained parka, some towels, and a duvet. Some socks even. Hold up, Lieutenant. Look at that pile of clothes. The lieutenant has covered his nose. Slowly reach out your hand. Something underneath there is breathing. It doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. Stop your hand now or you're gonna die. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out. Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There's something alive underneath it. I can back out of this. I've got what I needed. But I don't like Kuno's dad? I think I'm going through with this, chat. Even though RNG has been bad to me. You see a 60-year-old fat red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol, and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. You know, the gun may have been overkill. You don't have to take him down. He's already down. Is this Kuno's father we're seeing? Judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is. The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes. There's still plenty to be scared of here. Just not what you thought. I can't believe it. Kuno's dad isn't a loser. It must be someone else. It doesn't look like he's gonna fuck anyone up anytime soon. No, it really doesn't. The lieutenant tilts his head. This looks very hard to recover from. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but the lieutenant thinks to himself. At least he won't be beating his son. A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake. His half-open eyes give him the look of a dead man. But he's in there and not enjoying himself. Hold on, what happened to his eyes? Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight. This is serious damage. I'm still not sure he's not dead. Suddenly the man starts growling. 3 words manage to escape his mouth, along with the strong stench of alcohol. Fucking get the... Well, I know what one of those words is. Look, he's trying to communicate. 58% chance. Chat. I need you to believe in me. Took your amphetamine, old man. Chat. Please, I need your power. You know how bad my RNG is. It will take all of chat's strength to make this happen. Chen, no. Oh shit, I rolled really well. The man groans again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something. And then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs. Are you gonna let a semi-conscious degenerate disrespect you? What did you just say? Fuck you. Die. Fucking... Oh. You're awake. He's awake. His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again. You know what? I genuinely don't know, Summer. At least he got to say his piece. Maybe we should help him somehow? What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit. But he's already on his side. Nod. We could take him to the Remedy of St. Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few. The lieutenant stops, listening to him. The pile of blankets grunts miserably. I took your amphetamine, old man. Silence. Only heat emanates from the sleeping body. He wouldn't be too thrilled to learn you stole his stash. It was the last thing keeping him functional. The air stinks with something sour. God, I did not want to be depressed about Kuno's dad. I want to go upstairs. Yeah, hello? Thank you. That... Yeah, he really does. Like, the thing with Kuno didn't have to become that. But Kuno also didn't have a choice. Like, given what his upbringing was, a hyper-aggressive little shit who makes what money he can selling speed? Like, that's what happens. A weathered brown door. The number reads number 20. Oh, this is the lady's house. Lieutenant motions you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work. Knock.
Hello? Who is it?
Is this Billy Majan's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please. Give us a moment.
Well, that's the thing. It's really tough to escape from, and if you're in a situation like Kuno appears to be, where your choices are push drugs or starve, it's hard to blame the people who turn to push drugs. There's fear in her voice. Well, yeah, the police are at her door.
The door is open.
Plus, I've got a fucking gun, which... Let me just go back to my truth stick. I don't want to tell this lady that her husband's dead. I'm going to, because, I mean, of course I am, but I don't want to.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously before the smile vanishes from her face.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Or tea, lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead? Thanks, but I'm alright. Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up at the station if that's what... She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face. Oh, God. Something changes in her expression. No, this is something much worse. Is he in hospital? How bad is it? It's like ripping off a bandage. The least painful way to do it is straight away without stalling. I've actually got a very good chance because Kim is here and I did everything I could to identify him. You know what? I accept that as headcanon, Summer. I see no reason not to. Okay. You've done this before. Just keep your focus. Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Majan, was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk. What did you say? Nice, Moobot. That was really shitty timing. And just Hat Girl smug dancing there. I've got so many dancing emotes. That's the worst time. A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins. Your husband, Victor Majan, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am. Oh. She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater. Oh, she says again. But he was just... She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray. But he was just here. Alive. We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner, he points to you, are here for you if you have any questions. Oh, God, Kim. Why are you so pure? Take your time, ma'am. What happened to him? She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. It's still early to say, but at first glance, it seems like he slipped and hit his head. Yeah, just, it was an accident. Was he drunk? I mean, he was. Just like, there's no point pretending he wasn't. Alcohol may have played a role, yes. I see. She withdraws, trying to picture the scene. And you just found him there? Lying in the cold? How long had he been there? If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. It couldn't have been long. She blinks, her eyes welling up with tears, as her hands start searching for something from the pockets of her dress. Here, the lieutenant takes out his handkerchief and offers it to the woman. She nods and slowly wipes away the tears. Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you? No, just... She breathes in. I need to tell my girls. The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly. It burns like acid. God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home? No, a day. Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow. Good, that's probably the right thing. Thank you. She nods, but with a wretched expression. She can't take much more. Her stomach is churning. Soon she'll have to go to the bathroom and scream. Oh God, this is way too real. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him? We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier. He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information. Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you? No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb. Summer. It's funny, but it's sad. Thank you. She looks down. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if she runs out of breath. These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already she starts to shake. Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am. The lieutenant nods at the woman, then looks back at you, his voice lowered. We should step outside and talk. Set the library card by her, leave the room. Oh, God. That was so real. I didn't want that to be so real.
You did well.
The balcony feels cool and quiet with a stunning view over the district. I mean, yeah, I did well, but it's a fucked up situation. Things I don't think I could have done more. I really don't. What now? I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased. What about Billy and her kids? They'll manage. They have to. It's not your place to live their lives. That's it? That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done. Right, this is closed then. Let's go. That was miserable. That was not at all what I expected. Well, I can report back to Lena about that. I can report back to Kuno if I want to. There are a couple of these other things, and the Whirling's Passages. I still don't know how to do. And there was also, I'm still looking for an improved pry bar, and I don't even know where to start on that. I know it's a thing I can do. Well, I hope it's a thing I can do, because there's at least one thing that requires me to have a better pry bar. Although, I can probably open the icebox now, because I did a smart. Oh, did I do a smart? I think I unplugged the icebox, which means it will have unfrozen by now. Sure, Luca, and that is a good reminder. Chat, take your meds. Assuming you have meds to take. I've actually got to take some, which I forgot. Nothing major, fortunately. Yeah, that was real rough. You know, I'm going to equip the flashlight again. This should be sufficiently defrosted by now. No, even with this unplugged. That's so interesting. Yeah, apparently. I just don't know where to get the improved pry bar. Or yes, as you said, upgraded truth stick. The truthier stick. Okay.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel? Thank you for doing that, dear. She manages a smile for you. Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her. Oh, fuck. Don't do this to me again. Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. She looks down at her hands. Afraid the cold has really gotten to him. It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds. I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work, a young person's game, as they say. So, who's going to check the traps? Probably Juice. Probably. Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps. The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything. Once more into the breach. This is actually fine, because it's Hi, Ophi. It's on the way back to where I sleep, so I'm not actually concerned about this. That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with the cough yourself. Fuck that cough. It's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco. Powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up. Lena, what's wrong? You seem different. Different? How? The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you. You've given up on the phasmid. I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then. In doubt about what? It's a strange feeling. She looks down, biting her lower lip. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. And when a police officer asks, you must answer. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. But Morel told me he'd seen it. He's so proud of it. He always tells everyone. A terrible sting in the heart. Regret. I should arrest you for lying. The story is real to you and him. That's what matters. No, sweetie, she shakes her head. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence. That I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years, his belief made me believe too. That I'm a queen, an extraordinary witness to grace. But now we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. She shakes her head, still unable to meet your eyes. What if I was just wrong? I think I was. The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit. First tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie. Got a good shot at that. That's what she needs to hear. Even if the whole phasmid thing was made up. Even if she made it up intentionally. It doesn't make the rest of it untrue. Nice. An acorn is not the same as a tree. That requires time, diligence, and care. Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the phasmid. But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple. If I hadn't led him down this path, we could have a steady job lecturing at a university. Normally when I think about stuff like women and marriage, I feel bad. When I think about you and Morel, I feel okay. That counts for something, no? Well, of course it counts for something. But we've had our hard times too. She looks down at her legs. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story... She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking. He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work. The thing is, he wouldn't have married her based on that story. He might have worked with her. But the thing is, he loves her. Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? She sighs. I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it. Lest I start crying and waste more of your time. Oh, Lena, but I love you. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. Juice, why? Why must I dehydrate? What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up, either. I'm not sure of anything. She looks out the window. Sometimes I still see it, you know, the real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent gun. Oh, I see what you're saying. If I don't hydrate, then I'll dehydrate. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever and I need to get him home to Jamrock. Before we overstay our welcome with Gary. You do that. I'll check the traps one more time. Really? Oh, sweetie, she looks at you worried. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel. No one can stop you from finding the phasmid. Can I have your address? Just in case there's news. Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but a sigh. He doesn't think you'll need it. Be careful out there, Lena. You too, sweetie. She flicks a switch, and the engine on her chair turns on with a whir. Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be the sentence remains unfinished. A dream? Like that, she drives it. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold coastal wind blows. We should go too. Yes, and I'm actually approaching the end of stream. I still want to get into these secret passages. Reveal your secrets to me, Dor. A challenge! Pull on the door. Hard. The blue steel door does not even tremble. Put your weight into it. Now you're hanging from the handle. The door remains immobile. Okay, it was a challenge and you failed. But now, loser. Okay, you know what? Just relax, buddy. Do you know anything about that door?
Wow. Just wow. I hope you really enjoyed yourself up there. Had a cathartic experience. Because for the rest of us...
Shut up. My singing was incredible.
That really sucked.
Shut up, Garte. My singing was amazing. It changed lives. It's safe to say this is about your karaoke experience. Fuck you. I have a vast soul and she will always come back to it. You don't understand my performance. Those high notes, I purposely shredded them to convey a strained, worn-out sadness. I get it. You were purposefully shit. So original. I'm not letting anyone up there again, ever. Now, what do you want? Another thing. Clausia, in room number 3. She nicked the phone line. Why? She stops himself. No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building. He really doesn't like it being Clausia. Well, I mean, that might be his long-term plan, Summer. Lena's fucking gone, bro. Yeah, I bet you didn't want it to be her. What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy. She's not my taste. Good thing she pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Wow. She really isn't his taste. Her spell hasn't spread here. Now, is there anything else? I have like 4,000 coasters to stack, and then I need to wash dishes, because it turns out I have to do that too now. Oh. Sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen? Why can't I go into the kitchen? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. But I'm really hungry. And want me to make an exception for you? You're not even a hostile guest till you pay your outstanding bills. He changes his mind. Fine. Okay, the kitchen is closed until 1 because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that if you must. What about the mysterious blue steel door? Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. You know what's behind it? No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the freight warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his fingers across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. Let him get to pretend he's indifferent. He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off. Okay, so Garte's got nothing for me. The only part that's still related to the actual murder investigation is Titus. But I don't want to talk to Titus because he's a dickbag.
It's you again. What is it?
What do I need for this? Rhetoric? Okay. So, let's put on my rhetoricist clothes. Actually just noticed, you can see what's going on the left. So nothing is currently reducing my rhetoric. Let's see what might improve it, potentially. I don't actually think I've got anything that does. But I can try. Doesn't look like it. Wait. +1 rhetoric. Nice. And since I have to put points into it in order to make anything happen, I have 2 points available. Let's start with just 1. And then we can potentially do it again.
You again. What is it?
58% chance. That's not amazing. Chat, I'm gonna need you to believe in me. And I know some of you want me to fail, so I'm gonna need more of you to want me to succeed than fail. Hey! That actually worked. Convince Titus he's being manipulated? Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter. One of his boys will. Just remember, it's about more than Glacia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district, their responsibility. Outside, under the rising sun, tattered and in ruins. The windows of the cafeteria aglow with her morning light. Okay. I'm surprised that this is, like, the right thing to do. That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim. Huh? The lieutenant raises his brow. You'll get it. Go on. Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you. Got it. He takes out his notebook. Kill you because they don't like you. All because... All because of... No. Bringing up Glacia does not help this. All because you're a foreigner. Goddamn right. Don't come around if you're not from around. Oh, interesting, Shanky. Fuck you. I'm not from Iraq. That's not why we... There we go. He jots down a note. Don't come to the wild north if you're not white enough. You know what, Kim? You're right, and you should say it. They just hang you, like in the Dark Ages. Make a display of your corpse. Oh, these are all good. They club you from behind, string you up, and go back to drinking. Or, it's cool, guys. You drag them out back, light their corpses on fire, and piss on them. You don't care. But I'm gonna go with this one, because the from behind makes it clear that they're also cowards. It wasn't that. It wasn't the fat man says with the wheeze. We didn't hit him, okay? That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the... Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up. The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm. Oh? He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Turn to Theo. What happens if I keep talking? You're gonna kill me too? In this bar? Look at Kim first. The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes on the fat guy. Push Angus. We're almost there. Okay. Turn to Angus. Or what? You're gonna fucking kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason? We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when... Okay. Okay. That is fucking progress. He was dead when he takes a breath wheezing. Shut up, Angus. He was dead before you hanged him? Fatty! The little guy hits Angus on the back of the head. A loud slap. Say one more thing to the cops and I'll... Dennis! Titus roars. Stand down or I'll beat your head in. Theo, he points to the old man. Take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. Uh-huh. The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying. I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. He grabs his chest. I'm sorry. Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Lizzie snaps at him. Now it's all pointless because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. She turns to him. I told you to just give her up. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. Also, fuck her for fat shaming, but, you know. Lizzie, he turns to the fixer. Your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Evrock. Fine, I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast, she walks off without looking back. What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. He nods. You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it? We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see. Now this is fucking fascinating. The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue, hands covered in blue gloves, mouths covered by blue masks, bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light, shine it in his mouth, he tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see as the light illuminates the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Ellen. This just got fun. Why? Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit. Girls, plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later. Did she kill him? Pop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't. He doesn't think she did, or at least he hopes she didn't. What happened Sunday night? Glacia came down. He points to the stairs. She seemed really out of it, drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. How did you know? I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse. Nice, Sophie. Good analogy, boss. The rat-faced man snickers. You don't get to talk yet, Shanky, he points at him. You're still on the bench, and you keep taking it easy too, Angus. He turns back to you. That's okay. That's okay with the fat man still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to. What happened then? We went upstairs. Sure as day, the merc was dead, and there was a bullet hole through the window. The window was replaced, and now we know why. Fucking... He scratches his chin. Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere. He means they'd been fucking? Tibbs patched the window, and the corpse we hanged. Who's Tibbs? Oh, wait. I clicked on the other one. If Klasky didn't kill him, why the cover-up? You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about? The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her, from the old world, where she came from. These people. Who are they? They're powerful. He looks out the window. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she shows up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away. And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder? Why would I? He shrugs. I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing. So who's Tibbs? My brother. He's in the window replacement business. Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess. So who killed the merc then? Any leads? Nice, Opie. Enjoy your melon. I'm only going to be live for a couple more minutes, so... not yet, just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue. What are you thinking? I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his. Hers. You mean... I mean the people after Glacia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her. I like that, the young guy nods. Been thinking the same thing myself. And you had ideas about his past too? I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood probably. Or it could have been someone else from Krenna. He pauses to think. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you. He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again. These theories, not bad, but... don't buy either one, but still. This guy's not as dumb as he looks. Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? In a manner of speaking. Oh no, hers? In a manner of speaking. Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one. Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl? There was a girl, Sylvie, who worked here until, like, the night of the murder. I wonder if she was involved. That's right, he blinks. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sends a good message. It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker. The missing eighth Hardy. Or her. The big guy steps toward you. Fella, you think too much. Ease off, alright? You're gonna hurt your head. A little too far there, but you're definitely right. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her anyway. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name? Current location? Nope, he says. You're not getting to her. It's Glacia you want to talk to. Kim, we did it. The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time. You do that. He grabs his beer and swirls it in his hand. then thinks of something. Hey, cop, before you go, suddenly the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column. Kim smiled. Smile. This is the best timeline. He looks up. Classia came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused protection, but you would still prefer if we didn't take her away. That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers. We'll take that into account. The lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Oh, date of birth generator. I forgot that I had this. -1 difficulty to all physique passives. That is fucking huge. It increases the learning cap for logic, which is also useful. But that second one, -1 difficulty for all physique passives? Fucking massive. You were born in the year 07, in the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell. In the old military hospital on the ground floor where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope. Yeah, Harry looks old. Okay, that's genuinely kind of cool. And that makes a good place to end stream. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me. The plot continues to thicken, and it gets thicker all the time. The fact that we now know that they didn't kill him is very, very interesting. Very much not what I would expect. We're gonna raid Vigenta, if that's okay with everybody. Oh, Summer, are we the same age? But yeah, we're gonna raid Vigenta. Let me just. I'm going to give you your raid message. It may get some of you timed out. But that is going to be our raid message. I'm trying to get it to catch on. Oh, he's gonna fucking hate me. But that's fine. Anyway, as I said, thank you so much for joining me. I'm continuing to love this game. And I will be streaming next on Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern time. Although for those who are in countries that don't do daylight savings, that'll be an hour earlier than you're used to, because we're in daylight savings now. So that'll hopefully be the finale of Shining Force 2. I know I've said that for a while now, but this time it should be true. Saturday, 5:30 Eastern, I'm going to be doing Xenoblade Chronicles again. And next week, Sunday, 2:30 Eastern, more of this. Thank you so much. You have all been wonderful. And I hope to see you around for my next stream.